Action.
Okay, let's get it.
Oh, here we are. The moment you all been waiting for. The Neil Christian Show, Cocktails and Conversation with my buddy, out to your leader, aka Jay.
Hey y'all!
What's going on?
I'm here!
You finally got us both in the same place.
I know!
It's been a while since we've done this, but we've never done it sitting next to each other.
No, we haven't.
We've always been in a screen across from each other.
Very much that.
So here we are. We have so much to talk about, a lot to catch up on. We are both Jersey residents now. Well, you've been here way before me.
I have, but you're a wife, so it doesn't count.
I was late to the Jersey train, but I'm here now, and this is exciting.
No, it's super exciting.
What is going on with you?
I mean, well, first and foremost, I'm glad to be here. You know, when I said I was coming to the Neil Christian Show, I was like, well, let me just put on my best Diane Keaton look. You know? And then go fig, I know he loves McQueen, so of course I was like, let me just pull out something McQueen, and then boom, here we are.
Poster child.
We understand. So, you know, I'm here, it's oversized, you know, I'm petite. But for the most part, you know, life has been lifing, and we just kind of push along and just like carry on. I recently just started working back in the city, so that's fun.
Okay.
After spending about a year in New Jersey, I do not recommend. Live here, yes. Work, absolutely not. I have never seen so many fucking Uggs in my life.
Oh my God.
So it feels good to be back into the New York vibe and to see fashions, to see, you know, just...
And we need clothes here.
Yes.
I feel like this needs to be moved over. Or I need to be moved over. I guess we can cut that part out.
Okay.
There we go.
There we are. To see the hustle and bustle and be back in the hustle and bustle of New York, it feels amazing. So, you know, here we are. But this is definitely a highlight for me because I feel like it's overdue. We missed so much.
It's been a long time.
No.
I don't even remember the last Cocktails and Conversation that we had.
It literally probably had to be like 2022.
I don't even remember.
It had to be 2022. It was so long ago because I was still in my old place. So it happened before Ida.
Yeah.
And then I think...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it definitely happened before Ida. Did we do it? Yeah, that was it. So it was like 2022.
Oh my God, that was a long time.
Yes.
Well, here we are. A lot has changed. I turned 40.
Yes.
We celebrated my 40th birthday here in Jersey. New job, new everything. It's been a roller coaster.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, this is going to be like a pilot.
Yes.
And I could not have anyone else to do the pilot with than someone that sat through the pandemic and did Zoom with me on Instagram Lives. So,
which I'm banned from for 365 days, so we can't do that anymore.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why?
That green circle, girl.
I don't even want to know.
That green circle, girl, they said denied.
Wait, how does one get banned from Instagram?
You gotta show a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And
so that's for another episode.
Pretty much.
But like so much have changed since we've last done one of these. There's been a shakeup in the fashion world, and you know we love fashion.
Absolutely.
And Milan Fashion Week is taking a toll, or like underway right now.
Yes.
I think there's like day 2 or 3.
Yes.
And Dolce & Gabbana showed this morning. I didn't get to see the show, but I did see Miranda Priestley show up sitting across from the real Anna Wintour.
Absolutely.
That was a moment.
That's the world is healing. Kinda.
I think so too, because even Bottega looked like Bottega again.
Bottega is just bringing back exactly what we are lacking. I hate when people use the term innovative and it's giving very much, no, it's just weird.
Right.
But like this was innovation. This was something that touched on fuck the trend. There's no trend. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The silhouettes, the looks, the use of different materials.
I saw like the PVC skirt come down the thing again.
All of that, which honestly and truly, like I said, it was innovative, but like the person who I loved the most that did it before, of course, was Muccia in Prada. Like till this day, I still like lust over the green skirt she did with like the PVC
Who
tinsel.
wore it? I think it was,
It was her.
Trinity the Tuck wore it on Drag Race.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, till this day, I like literally like go back and like Google this image, and I'm sure it's in my phone amongst the thousands of pictures, but I just look at it because that was like one of my favorite
It was a moment.
looks
It
ever.
was a moment.
So to see what is being done for Bottega right now, it's like, it's so needed. And it was feminine, it was luxe, but then at the same time, including the menswear looks and just overall, I am so happy to see that men are dominant in fashion right now.
I mean, we spend most of the money. We do.
Absolutely, but like, it's not just like penguin tuxedos.
Right.
Like, you're giving me looks, you're giving me fashion, you're embracing your femininity, and like, I appreciate
that. Is one of the reasons why I do love gay men in fashion as creative directors, because they push the envelope for the men side of it, because not a lot of creative directors do that.
No, I totally agree.
I do appreciate that, because like nobody just, I like to wear suits, so I don't like my suits to be plain, clearly.
Exactly, and I love that. And I like to wear anything that shines clearly. Luckily, I'm small enough where I can wear men and women's things, but overall, like, I wore a skirt for the first time this year, and it's just like
a kilt skirt.
Yes, well, it wasn't a kilt skirt, but it was plaid, like, but it gave that kind of look. But overall, it was just like me, even like people like ourselves who probably are looked upon in the fashion industry as like, you know, the stylish individuals and things of that nature. I technically have a uniform. Now, what this uniform consists of, I cannot tell you, but it is specifically to bow or to J. So for me to step out of my comfort zone is major, number one. And then also, I am an introvert, and I think you know this, and you know how I am. So
it will be hard to tell for people that don't know you, though.
Exactly, because I have a extroverted fashion sense. And an
extroverted introvert.
Yes. So my method to my madness is, I would rather you talk about my outfit than talk to me. So I'm going to wear things that will kind of gravitate and like steer the conversation of like, oh my God, I love what you're wearing.
Oh my God,
I don't want you to talk to me.
That is so funny, because I feel like I could be the total opposite sometimes, where I would want people to talk to me and not give. I don't know how to take compliments. As crazy as that sound, I found myself in a way of just like not knowing how to take compliments. It makes me uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Because in two ways, it could be someone's either being funny or people being red eye. And I don't know if I got like jaded because of the past couple of years, but I do feel like a lot of people are red eye.
Yes.
And I'm newly popular on Instagram, so I don't know how to deal with that.
Yes.
And the trolls is what they call them. People saying really crazy things in the comments.
Yes.
And I'm viral now, y'all. I had a video that went 170,000 views. So, I mean, I still don't know how that happened. I don't know how to deal with it. I get followers every day. I got 2,000 followers just from one video of me in a white suit going to dinner.
Wow.
And a lot of people were making comments like, oh, you don't know where you're going to dinner. Oh, I knew exactly where I was going to dinner. I just didn't say that then for two reasons. People are crazy.
Yes.
And two, the person who we were surprising didn't know that we all were coming.
Absolutely.
So I didn't want to post the video, and I also didn't want to wait to post the video, because I've learned my algorithm, my followers only are like, they're at their peak between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m.
That's so funny, because mine's are like 9 to like noon. So if you ever notice when I post
9 a.m. to
9 a.m., I like
it's
set
crazy.
It. And that's when I like get the most engagement, which is so weird.
I get the most engagement 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and like I get these reports now from Instagram that says your followers are this, or you've gained this, or your video just did 3,000 views.
Absolutely.
Celebrate.
Yes.
By posting another video.
Period. Pooh. So absolutely. But
that's all that's been happening.
I totally understand that. And it's for you to say what you just said, this is exactly why I am the way I am with my clothes, because I too don't know how to take a compliment. So you can compliment this, but baby, the minute you tell me I'm cute, I'm like, stop. Like, no, what do you mean? Like, mind you, I know I'm a bad bitch, you can't kill me. But like, I know that for me. And then also, like you said, we live in an age now with social media where people feel like they have the right to give their opinion to you because they see you on their screen.
To get comfortable with.
And It's me too, because I want to fight all of y'all. I just want you to know that.
This is the part that I need to become comfortable with,
Yes.
because I'm not comfortable with, because I'm Neil Christian and everybody likes me, and I'm in my head, I'm likable and everybody likes me. A lot of people don't like me.
And you know what?
And it's the private profiles, the faceless icons, and I know that I know y'all because these are not people that I don't know.
Oh, of course not.
Like one of the worst comments that I ever got, and I'll never forget because this shit hurt like a dagger. And I know that the person knows me, and if I was to ever find out who this person was, I was on the train and sitting across from Christian, and Christian took a picture of me and posted it on his Instagram. And it was cold, so I had on my Bottega coat and I had my Birkin sitting on my lap. And someone commented on that video, "Why don't you burn down your house again so that you can get another one?"
You see, and this is why people too bad mind.
And this is exactly why I don't tell my location. I don't say where I'm at, because then people start popping up. And I don't think I'm a celebrity by no means, but I'm from New York, so everyone in New York's a celebrity.
Absolutely.
You can't tell us that we aren't.
No.
But people are weird.
Yes.
And this is why I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be wealthy.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that a whole nother topic. But this is what people have been asking for. There's a lot of things that we need to cover. I don't know that we're going to have enough time to cover everything in one sitting, but here we are, right?
Here.
Politics.
Like
Do we even talk about politics?
Vaguely. And I only say this, and like if you notice, like clearly Neil is definitely one of the most interactive friends that I have. So I'm like always following his feed and vice versa. And if you really notice, I don't touch on politics too much.
Only the royal family.
Down. Elizabeth. Yes. I have an interest with that, but that's something we can definitely talk about later on. Like, there's going to be a lot of later on. The reason why I don't touch on politics is just because I'm allowing the world to show its true self over the next 3 years.
Right.
Truly. And that means from things that happen over, the person who just recently was assassinated. I have an influx of followers that I didn't even know, were on that side of history. We're going to say it like that.
The wrong side of history. I'll say it for him.
The wrong side of history, truly. And I'm just allowing everything to kind of come out and expose itself. So at the end of this, because there will be an end of it, it's like, I know what side you're on, and you've been there. Stay there.
Yeah.
But the things that I will always speak up about is when it's harming me and my people. Like, I'm not gonna sit quiet on that.
Yeah.
So you'll see me put out there the things that are really detrimental to my culture and to my beliefs and just overall being black. Come on now. At the end of the day, before I'm anything, I'm a black man.
Right.
And for those individuals that kind of voted this whole party into office that know me, it's you love me, but I am a black gay man. How?
That's Caribbean.
How? Exactly. So how do you love me if you allow this to happen? And I always say this, and nobody wants to say it, but I'm not a lot of us are gonna make it out of this presidency.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if I, knock on wood, God forbid if one of those people, my blood is on your hands. Yeah. So this is why I sit quiet and I let those things happen.
I just started blocking people. I started blocking, unfollowing, all of it, because it's noise that I really don't need to be around.
Absolutely.
And I said to people, I have a very small circle. People think that I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people that know me, but my core group of friends are people that I've known over the years.
Absolutely.
Years.
Yes.
I can't believe how long I've known some of these people, but it's been years that I've known people, and that still's not going to change my mind on you posting about this administration and people getting assassinated that would want to be assassinated because it's what they spoke of. And it's just not, I just can't. So that's that on politics. Stay on that side. When this is all over, be on that side forever, and free Palestine.
Yeah, that part. That part, honestly, truly.
I mean, we don't say we're not. I don't like the whole politics thing because I do think like you can be a Republican and or a Democrat,
but that's
or whatever the case is. It's neither one of those now. It's right and wrong.
Right and wrong. But
it's
then
black
also,
and white, like everything around us.
We lost the Republican Party a long time ago. I'm just gonna say that. Like this is not the Republican Party, and like. Being an adult and really having those tough conversations, which is again why I do not have these conversations, or if I'm gonna have them, I'm gonna have them in a space where I feel safe and we can actually speak. Is that like, if you look back over the presidency and like long term, there were valid points that were made by some Republican presidents.
Absolutely.
What we're in right now,
it's not Republican.
It's not Republican.
It's not.
And
they kill me with this is not us, or this is not the America. This is America.
This is America. Now let's be clear.
This is America.
This is America.
This is the America that they want.
Full and center. Like this is what you see is what you get. But where I'm like caught out right now between a rock and a hard place is just like, how we get in it?
The thing about it is that, and I said this yesterday, that I'm so proud of black people because they're doing everything to try to get us to react, and we are not reacting because this is not our problem. And while in the long run it is our problem, but right now what's happening?
It's not a problem.
Burn the house down.
That's not
burn
problem.
It down.
It's not
because
a problem.
this is what y'all wanted. But what I am really happy to see. And I can't say happy, but it's really eye-opening to me to see is that a lot of people that are white, that are in the country, that are in the deep South, that are so against this, and they're speaking out about it. And those are the voices that need to be heard because we've been saying this for years. That America doesn't give a shit about us. And now that they're seeing it, the farmers, the soybean farmers, and all of those farmers that are losing their farms after generations, again.
Welcome.
Switching gears.
Yes.
And you said full frontal. I want to go back to the fashion aspect of it because we can talk fashion for days.
Absolutely.
2025 was the year of all of the creative director changes.
Chess.
So the chessboard has been going on. I think Paris Fashion Week is going to have the biggest shakeup that it had in a long time. With I think about 6 or 7 new creative directors. Who are you looking forward to seeing? Name one.
I honestly want to see Balenciaga. And I know
with Pier Paolo?
Yes. I actually want to see it.
I cannot wait
to see
Balenciaga with Pier Paolo.
I genuinely want to see it.
I love him.
Absolutely.
And I love him beyond the clothes. I just think that man is so swaggy.
Absolutely.
And just like...
You know why I'm like so rooting for this? Because number one, well, first and foremost, before we even jump into that, let me give credit where credit is due. And this is going to be said on camera in front of followers because y'all know that I am like anti-Balenciaga for reasons known. Anyway, Demna for Gucci, phenomenal job. There's been a lot of disagreeing or like agree to disagree, but for me personally, because I was like, oh, hell no, like it's just Balenciaga 2.0.
Right.
Then I saw the film and it brought the clothes to life and it just did something for me.
Demi Moore looked fucking
She looked amazing. And my whole thing is this, and people are like, well, I couldn't really pay attention because the storyline was just so much, and I'm like, well, I went into it to look at the clothes.
Right.
Like everything else was white noise. So to see all of those garments come to life and like to understand the history behind those garments, because you know me, it's not that I love fashion, I love history. So that is saying that we know we're entering into a new era, but still paying an ode to one of the strongest eras of the house of Mr. Tom Ford. We understand, like Tom.
Literally bow to your leader.
Bow to you. Bow to you. I'm single. So, you know, bow to you. But like, Demna has a method to his madness.
Right.
Demna has a cult following. I'll say this over and over again, and everyone was just like, the stocks were falling and all this is happening.
Be that as it may.
I'm just sitting back like, while I don't care for the brand, let them cook.
So let's just before we go on to that, I want a lot of people to understand that when they say stock values and stock markets and all of that drop when it comes to fashion and these big conglomerates, brands like LVMH, Richemont, Kering Group. Who else is there? It's another one. Who am I missing?
Oh, God.
That's the top 3.
Yes.
Let's just stick there.
Yeah.
They will never go broke.
No.
Those brands will never go broke because they have their hands in so many different markets.
Absolutely.
And what a lot of brands are doing now, if you have not been paying attention, is that brands are buying into beauty.
Yeah.
Beauty and fragrances have been holding a lot of these brands up. Chanel caught it early and started popping up all these fragrance and beauty stores all over the store, all over the place. There's a Chanel beauty store in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
No way. Oh my gosh. Women are out there smelling like Republicans? Whoa. Girl, y'all can't tell me Chanel
fragrance
number
and
5
beauty
smell good.
is definitely a thing. And Kering bought this brand called ICP for
Yes.
$3.85 billion.
Yes.
So while Gucci is burning, or people think Gucci is falling down, they have subsidiaries that's coming up behind them that's holding that up.
Absolutely.
Gucci will never go anywhere.
Absolutely.
And I can say that with my whole chest because
Yeah.
it will be a cold day in hell before those Italians let Gucci die.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
At all.
And everyone had an opinion. And I'm like, you don't understand. Every house needs a revamp or sometimes a restoration.
Yeah.
And I feel like Gucci needed that revamp. Balenciaga needed the restoration because when I fell in love with Balenciaga, it was long before it is what it is
talking
today.
Nikolai Gasquier.
It's long before that. It was Cristobal.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, it was Cristobal. It was the textures and the silhouettes that were being created around that time. In 1937, who would think that such silhouettes and such beauty would be coming out of these hands? And to see how it molded fashion from
It's the gay man's fantasy.
Absolutely. This was foreplay before it was foreplay. I don't care what you say. There's nothing like seeing. Let me say this very clearly. I am a gay man. I understand that. But there's nothing like seeing a woman dressed beautifully. Oh my gosh.
I say this all the time.
Oh my gosh. And I think that's why I fell in love with the history of fashion because there was so much beauty in the images. Because then in real life, they was funky.
Yeah.
But in the images,
that's why Fragrance's house has been around.
Absolutely. So I fell in love with Cristobal, and then Nicolas Gasquier, what he did to the brand, and
he revised it.
The things that we know today that are such pillars in the house. It being just an iconic house. And I will not take away from Demna's tenure there because it needed that shakeup.
Let's stay there for a little bit because I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between what Nikolai did for the house and what Demna did for the house.
Yes.
What Demna did for the house was extremely important because of that cult following that he brought on.
He needed
Balenciaga became a household name.
Yes.
To houses that didn't even know what the hell Balenciaga was. Let's be clear. And we're not talking about just the track sneakers and the triple S's. People were out there buying Balenciaga garments.
Yes, absolutely.
It was what he did for Balenciaga there was what Marc Jacobs did for Louis Vuitton.
Yes. Oh my God, and that was an era.
And if you know, you know. So,
oh my gosh. Exactly.
I am waiting to see what Pier Paolo does there because what Pier Paolo did for Valentino prior. But the one that I'm waiting for, and it's not for nothing, I just think that it's going to be a resurgence of the brand, is what Matthew Blasey does with Chanel.
I'm excited to see that too.
I'm so excited to see it because I feel like Karl Lagerfeld never left.
No.
And even though Virginie was there from the time Karl stepped down and he passed away, she was called 2.0 because she stood behind him for all those years. She worked beside him for 16 years.
I feel like Karl, before he died, he said
he told her, he said,
listen 86
here,
collections.
Right, he was like, listen here, bitch. You can't take you're not going to do this. And I think that's where she got stuck because she's a tomboy. She was a tomboy and Chanel is a girlish, feminine brand.
Bitch, I would have lived for a Chanel Butch Queen.
I mean, they're never going to do menswear. They're never going to do menswear.
I know, fair.
They're always going to tease the idea and play at it. But what I know for what he is going to be doing, because I knew something was happening because I was at Chanel at the tail end of Virginie's time there. And when we were in Paris, there were hints and conversations around it. And I'm thinking, why would they say that? Why would they say this? And then we came back and we were launching Métier d'Art in July and we're walking into this big event and they announced it. It got leaked actually because it was 6 hours ahead of time in Paris and it was 6 p.m. in America when it dropped. So I'm like, this is really late Paris time, so who did this? And then it came out, and I thought that for all that I thought, and I even sent him a DM that Pier Paolo was going to go to Chanel.
I actually was thinking that too.
Why I thought that is because you remember when they did the Met Gala in honor of Karl Lagerfeld, and they asked all of those designers to do a creation from the house codes, and he did that camellia jacket in that Duchess satin.
It just, yes. Yes.
I was just like,
no, yes.
I screenshot it because when he posted, I said, Carl is smiling, ... and Pier Paolo liked it.
Absolutely.
And I screenshot it, and I DM'd him after that, and I said, I think you should be next at the House of Chanel. I don't think he's ever seen it. And Matthew Blasey is also amazing in his own right.
Remember what I said just now between the restoration and the shake-up.
Yeah.
Chanel needs the shake-up. Balenciaga needs the restoration.
Right, they need that youth because that Asian client is going to eat that Matthew Blasey Chanel
Absolutely.
up.
And he's whimsical and he's fun and he's going to bring all of these.
And they do have the stories to tell behind that.
Absolutely, and like I feel like that's the dynamic that needs to get out of.
The fantasy.
Exactly.
That's what fashion is missing.
Yes.
It's become too accessible. And hey, I'm all for it because the girls are out there in their pieces. The BBL girls and all of y'all with y'all bags and all of that.
I'm tired of seeing leggings. No.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the accessories.
I'm talking about Chanel leggings. I'm tired of seeing y'all in Chanel leggings.
I don't think you're going to see it this year. Though.
No.
He's not going to. Because I think they're going to hold him to such a high standard to bring back the ready-to-wear. Because if I remember correctly, they were saying something about their 1% of people that shop them spent some crazy amount of money in ready-to-wear.
Yes.
So ready-to-wear will never not be a Chanel thing.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know how expensive the shit was until I actually got there.
Yeah.
And I have a few things now. I lost a few in the fire, which really, really guts me. But I have life. And I'm here.
And nothing that cannot be replaced.
And nothing, can't say that. There's some things that can't be replaced.
Cannot be replaced. I've learned that. That's one thing I can say. Listen, I'm a power sourcer. You will, when it's meant for you to have.
I mean, listen, there's some things that dropped in my wardrobe after the fire that I was just like, hey, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have got it, like that Saint Laurent coat that grazes the ground.
Baby, I tried that on now. Y'all know I'm short, I'm petite, I'm 5'8". It was a wedding gown on me. You hear me?
So here I am going and being even more upset at the fact when I saw that everybody got it because it then went to the outlets.
But you had it first.
I did.
That's right. You had two.
And I didn't have to alter mine.
That's fair.
I didn't have to alter mine. And
fair.
A lot of people are altering theirs to give that illusion. Mine was straight off the runway to the rack to me.
And that's that.
And then I got the second one. Shout out to my stylist over at Saint Laurent. Thanks you, Tanika.
Work me. But yes, so I definitely feel like that Chanel needs that shake-up. Balenciaga needs the restoration because, in the wise words of the late Andre Leon Talley, there is a famine of beauty.
There is a famine of where is the beauty?
And where is the beauty? Where is the couture?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Demna, like I said, I won't take away from you, but I'm tired of seeing things that I literally can find at VIM, and you're calling it couture. So
what I am excited to see from Demna though is the resurgence or the branding of what Tom Ford did back in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
What I am looking forward to seeing from Matthew Blasey at Chanel is how he's going to manage to differentiate the different collections because unlike a lot of houses, Chanel does 8 collections a year.
That's aggressive.
So
that's aggressive.
It's aggressive and he's young and I want to see how he plays that part because even though they are the 8 collections, I think they do Act 1 and Act 2, so they are wearable together.
Yes.
And all of the collections you can wear together, but I am looking forward to seeing that Coco Neige that he does.
Yes.
And Coco Beach.
Yes.
Because, that's my spiel. But I am looking forward to seeing my love, Pier Paolo, and what he does at Balenciaga. I think it's going to be romantic. I think it's going to be so feminine. I think the suits for men are going to be structural. You're going to have real clothes again. And
can't wait.
My bank account is crying already.
Yes. So while we're on this topic of fashion, how do we feel about New York Fashion Week this year?
Child.
You know I just want to be a little messy.
So here's the thing with New York Fashion Week, and I've learned to appreciate. No, I can't say that because that's a lot. That's a lie. I didn't appreciate it, but I do understand where New York Fashion Week is.
Okay.
And in the world of like social media and everybody getting dressed up and playing dress up and going out into the streets and meeting up with their friends and taking their Instagram pictures. Everything is so polarized, so that's what we saw at Fashion Week, not really understanding and remembering that a lot of designers still show. Ralph Lauren showed a beautiful collection. Marc Jacobs did show. Alexander Wang showed for the first time in, 12 years. So you had those big names. Christian Siriano was beautiful.
Yes.
Laquan Smith brought out Wendy Williams. Like, people were still showing. So there was a lot of fashion that still happens, but what we get to see on our social media feeds is the bullshit.
The bullshit. And you know what's so funny?
The speak your fits and the what are you wearing and
it doesn't resonate with anything. Now, let me tell you something, and the reason why I asked you this, because I waited to actually have this conversation so it can be documented, because there's only but so many people I can have this conversation with. We lost everything after the 10s.
Yeah.
That was it. After the 10s.
Full frontal fashion. Andre Verdi.
Yes. Like, I just feel like this, and this one in particular, this fashion week, and I jokingly say I'm so thankful that I was not in New York yet, because Soho becomes this melting pot of everybody. I call it coat on shoulders week. Coat on shoulders week, because the moment it starts,
don't kill me, Jay.
Everybody just puts their coat on their shoulders and they're somebody. You are somebody, and like you are in the middle of Spring Street on this cobble brick road, getting your photo taken, and you have on your best Zara, and you have on your you are just giving it, and I'm like, but where are you going? Where are you going?
To get a free drink at the store that's having an event down the street.
Right, but like for what? You're going to look at these collections for what? For what? Yeah, and I feel like this is why we are not taken seriously. And as someone, like, let me tell you something. There are some days where I just want to get dressed and I just want to put that shit on. Yeah. And I just want to be outside.
I feel a lot of those days.
And it's funny that people gravitate towards that authenticity or that organicness. I don't know about anybody else, but I have had the privilege to be photographed by the late Bill Cunningham. So
I did too, and I will never forget that day. It was Lincoln Center.
Oh, I didn't even know. Somebody called me and told me, you're in the New York Post. I said, oh, really?
Yeah.
But
see, it was those moments. Those were the moments. Now you have, everybody has a Nokia. Everybody has a camera phone, and everybody uploads the pictures. And hey, while I'm not knocking it, it's not the same.
I'm knocking it.
Like Kool-Aid said, I'm not saying that the girls are not doing it, but they're not doing it.
I'm knocking it because it's just like, where are you going? Because like now you're taking away from those moments.
The coat on shoulder is sending me because in my mind I see the image.
It's coat on shoulders week. I
it.
Literally call it coat on shoulders week because everybody becomes important. And if you worked in this industry long enough, like, don't get me wrong, shout out to you if you really want to go to those shows, if you like enjoy that presence. I've had the privilege of doing the buy. Like, I got to go to the Reese's and sit down, and not the ones where you go with your client. I'm talking about going to do buys for stores. It is not fun.
It's not.
It was that day I said, I don't like fashion.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that I didn't like fashion. I just didn't like the retail aspect of it because I got to see the collections in my face, and the models walked around just like how they would do on the runway, but it was for me and, you know, my team in that moment. But it was just like black car, showroom, no food, no, yes, Lady Gaga, I'm using your reference, girl, don't sue me.
Another one.
But like that to me, like that was a fab moment. Like that was the business aspect of it. So like people that go out and they do all of this with like no intent just to get a photo, and I'm like, it's boring. And like I feel like this is why they don't take our fashion week so serious, and like you get more coverage of the things going on in the streets versus the actual designers, because
I could say that I don't take New York City Fashion Week because I sat in a Chanel couture show.
See, here you are. Exactly. Did you see the sign that's like infamous floating around? They're like, Are you here for Fashion Week? Or are you here for the niggas?
No.
Oh yeah, it's floating all around, and I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. It just goes to show you that level of like clownery.
Wait, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
I think it was at like a purple event or something like that.
So now my thing is that if I ever go to a fashion show, it can't even be here.
It can't. I'm sorry. So I appreciate everyone's style. That's one thing I will not take from you.
Yeah.
But I just do not take New York Fashion Week seriously or as a whole, because then when you now start to migrate to Milan and Paris and London, and you see these individuals, and granted, it is street style, but there's just like a certain chicness, a je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
And like,
it's because it's not just a thing to them. It's
like this is
it's a
every
lifestyle.
Day. Yes, this is every day. And I feel like as someone, and as in talking to someone who's in it, this is not just coat on shoulders week situation.
Coat on shoulders is always going to see me now. Because in my head, I'm seeing it.
Yes.
It's a thing.
It's
Remember
a thing.
Fashion's Night Out?
Yes. Like coat on shoulders day. Coat on shoulders day. Like everyone is just like outside, and I'm just like, but for what? And I think it's just because fashion has always been my like security blanket.
Yeah.
And when you have someone ripping it from you that doesn't know what they're doing, it's just like, you don't even go here. Like it's very much that.
Exactly.
You know, and that's not taking away from anyone, because you know this world.
Speaking of that, so going off of that, I wanted to say something on one of my walks the other day, and I forgot to say it as you said it. It just reminded me to say it. Do not compare me to people that do fraud to get their clothes.
Yes. You know what's funny? That actually followed me earlier on in my life, where people thought I was stealing.
They thought, you know what's the crazy thing is that they thought Keith and I were doing that for
They thought I was stealing.
And I found this out later in life, and I'm just like,
yeah, they thought I was stealing.
It makes sense that they would think that, but no, bitch, I work.
No. I work
work
very hard.
hard.
And then to the girls that did steal, when they came into my places of employment, I said, bitch, you don't know me, and I don't know you. And if you try me, you're going to jail.
You, when I used to see them, I would be like, I need bags. Bitch, do not speak to me.
Do not try me. No, ma'am.
No,
you don't know me. I know you. That's it. Like, move. So no, that definitely follows me too. But that's a sad scenario that they put
but
us
everything's so polarized, and everybody's on social media, and everybody has this glamorous lifestyle. No.
First
do not say, oh, you're like this person. No.
Y'all want to know? Look, I'm gonna come here. Come closer. I'm gonna fill you in on how you know if the girls steal or if they real. You see how we post in our house, in our shit.
Part.
Be mindful of the bitches that's always at a restaurant, okay? Bitch, they always eating some wagyu. They always got a little lemon drop. They have no home and they're stealing. That part, okay? There, you are going to jail.
But you're so right, though.
Absolutely.
And this is the part, like, to each its own, how you get yours is how you get yours, but I am not one of those.
No. And you know what? Get it how you get it. That's my thing. I don't knock it. But people fail to realize, and this is why I think we have such a tight-knit bond, is because it's not just one category, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And truth be told, like, my passion is actually in interior design.
Yeah.
But fashion plays a huge part because my home is a reflection of myself.
Absolutely.
So how I present myself to you is how I want my home to be presented. So this is why I say the two have to match.
Yeah.
But like, you can't give me like Schiaparelli on IKEA. Like, I just...
Somebody said that to me the other day in one of my videos. It's like, oh, you got all of that on, but your dresser is IKEA.
Okay, the dresser?
No, but my dresser was not IKEA.
Oh.
And even if it was, it's in my home that I own.
Exactly.
Right?
Let's start there. The bigger picture.
But you can't. People on social media think they can say whatever they want.
And that's another reason. You know what? I think that's what I actually love. People that do like get ready with me's or like present themselves. But there's a reason why you've actually never seen me do it, because me getting dressed is one of the most intimate moments that I have with myself.
Thank you.
Yes.
And everybody says, why don't you video yourself putting the clothes on? And I'm like, no, for two reasons. I think getting dressed is such a therapeutic moment for me. And then 2, I have a husband. I can't be on social media in my drawers.
That as well.
That man will be like, hey, what's this? And it'll be...
You know me. You know I'm in my yellow ones today. I've changed, but you know.
But it's the thing. Like, so I think that me getting up and getting... Because I don't even prepare the night before.
Right.
I'm in it. How I get up and how I feel is the outfit that I put on. It's the fragrance that I wear.
Right.
It's the bag that I carry.
Absolutely.
It's all a thought within that 25, 30 minutes of like, hey, this is how I'm feeling today.
Absolutely. And like that's the part that I like genuinely love that individuals like yourself and other people share with it. That's the one part of me that I actually keep to myself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in this day and age in social media, and then on top of that, I've kind of created this dynamic where people feel comfortable enough to approach me on like giving their opinions and things of that nature, which I don't mind to a certain degree, because sometimes people just they don't realize, like, darling, we're not friends past the screen. Sometimes
I do this.
Yes, exactly.
I put my clothes on. Like I don't get dressed as crazy as it, because I do the, this is the outfit that I'm wearing. I do that for me.
Absolutely.
My entire life, I've got dressed for me. And let me just be clear that the shit that I've been wearing from way before is what you see those boys outside, straight boys, wearing now.
Baby.
That I used to get teased for coming on the block in Brooklyn with my blue mosquito jeans on. And now y'all jeans are tighter than the girls. You want to talk about leggings?
They all look like butch queens.
Everybody's a butch queen.
Baby, I walked into a bar in Brooklyn. They was like, yo, you got that shit on. I said, you too, sis.
Everybody's a butch queen now.
Yeah.
So it's like, we got teased for carrying bags, getting manicures, wearing clothes that was like having on the shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about like the 2000s. I'm talking about in the 90s.
Yes.
With Kim and Foxy.
Yes, absolutely.
Wearing Vances and Coogies.
Absolutely. Oh yes, I definitely had a Coogie.
Right. From S&D Underground. Let's talk about it. Getting your shoes in Bentley on Montague Street.
Yes.
In Brooklyn. Like, this is not a new thing where I just decided, I got a job in retail. No, I went to Fashion Industries High School. I was sewing garments at 16.
Right.
I was draping at 16 and 17.
Exactly.
And if I would have kept doing that, who knows? I could have been a creative director, but I knew that that's not where my talent took me.
Right.
And besides, I was sitting across from people or in the same rooms with people like Tom Tom and seeing Jerome Lamar's collections and stuff like that. Was like, no, I can't do that shit.
Right.
But what I can do is I can sell it. I can talk about it, I can sell it, and I can make a woman feel beautiful or a man in anything that they wore. So that was the route that I went. But
exactly, and I think I followed that along as well, because I have the vision. I can tell you it.
Yeah.
And that's why I am like blessed enough to like have like my other best friend, clearly, with Nadine, and
Nadine.
And the Maroon 74 studio that you see me wear a lot, is that there's so many things where I can literally say verbally, this here, and she can bring it to life. And then she speaks to me, and then I can bring the kind of like overall picture to life with her garments of like storytelling. I love fashion for storytelling. But this is a part of us. Yeah. Like, this was nothing that I just kind of like picked up and fell into. It came so organically, naturally, but it's one of, like, to hone it in, getting dressed is one of the most sacred things that I have with myself, because there's a process.
Right.
And I used to, and I'm so happy people don't ask this question anymore, like, what gives you your motivation for your style?
What's your inspiration?
What's your inspiration? There you go. And I'm like, bitch, I don't know. I just wake up in the morning and I'll be like, do. You know, you know, but like, exactly. And it's like, it's a dynamic. I cannot put it into words of how I get dressed, but I just know it works. And there's been instances and highlights where like we've had events and like we go to something and like I have something on, and in my mind, it's just like, oh, this just works. And then you put it out there, and it's like, it's that shit.
Yeah.
And like, people are like, yo, you look fire.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm just like, if there's one thing I can tell you, part of my process, I wait till the very last minute to get dressed.
Yeah.
Baby.
And that's when it really comes together, when you're rushing.
That's when you're
and
rushing.
You're like, I didn't even think about this.
Yes, like I'm the type of bitch that will call the Uber and then still have nothing to wear.
It's so crazy, because that's how that white outfit came about.
There you
because
have
if you saw in the video, I was coming and I was like, oh my God, I'm coming. Tanika's downstairs, the car's outside, and I'm still not dressed. And I was like, oh my God, here it is.
Yes.
This is what I chose.
That's it.
And that was it.
Exactly.
So those are the moments.
Those are the moments. And like when I like then go back and like to now piggyback to go to social media's presence, my feed is a lookbook for me.
Yeah.
And let's be very clear, I have a lot of things, but if it's
that
good,
you're gonna have to get taken in now.
Oh yes, you know she is tiny. Baby, that's my waist right there. It's fat. But
I had to let a few things out. Well, no. And I'm like Nene. If they make your size, if you got the coin, they make your size.
But it's just like you those elements, and like you look back at it, and like if I love it, I'm wearing it twice. Let's be very clear.
Oh, we also wear our clothes over here. That's how you know it's ours.
That's how you know it's ours, because these are definitely for my birthday shoes.
And these were my birthday shoes. Happy birthday.
And it's like, I think now social media has created this presence where everyone who
is rich. Everyone's rich.
Right. Because like, oh, these one-time things, these like, this outfit, and you'll never see it again. Let me tell you something. We're going on the third season. You will see that heavy-ass Gucci coat again. But now it's going to be very oversized because, you know.
It's going to be a different look.
It's going to be a different look. Exactly.
Period.
But I always said this, and I know you can relate to this, and I think, and why like we always go back to those moments of like what happened in the past. We don't shop, we collect.
Right.
We collect.
Bing, bing, bing. Moment.
So
that's because I hate shopping.
Yes.
I hate shopping. Things can go on sale. It can go down to the outlets, and then it can even go to somebody's employee sale. And I would see them as like, you know what? I saw this when it first came out. And that's my motto is like, if it's meant for me to have it, I will have it.
Exactly. And
I will have it. I don't even know how many times I've walked into stores and be like, yeah, I love this, but that price I'm not paying.
No, it's not.
I'm not paying that price. So I'll come back and visit it a few times. It goes on sale. First 40 marked down, second 40 marked down, then 60 marked down. And then I'd be like, hey, do you have a friend that works here? Who can get this for me? That sort of thing. And I'm just like, because, listen, bills, we got life. We live in the suburbs.
It's real deal.
It's real
things,
deal.
But then
like,
also because we're not being held hostage by the garment. We appreciate. So again,
let me tell you
it is
that
meant for you. It will happen. It'll happen in the time it's supposed to happen. Listen, I sourced a Rodarte coat that Rihanna had 6 years after it came out because I was not paying that $4,500 price tag.
Yeah, see?
And mother got it for $600.
And then, speaking about coats that cost $4,500, the girl that transplanted to New York City, they said, how is she supposed to wear her $2,000 coat on the subway?
The same way I wear my $6,000 coat on the subway.
We're not even going to talk about the shit that I wear on the subway because I don't drive. So everywhere that I go, it has to be a subway involved.
Exactly.
And I've sat on the E train to 51st Street, to 5th Avenue and 53rd Street in my pieces.
Exactly.
And when you're from New York City, those things don't bother you because while I'm sitting here in my pieces, Gretchen is in hers, Bill is in hers, Jay's in the next car in his, Nadine is commuting, Tanika's and I know the girls that got the pieces on. And they're on the train with us, so for the nerve. We were wearing Vans and leather jackets in high school and junior high school. Remember when the bear jackets were a thing? They weren't $2,000, but like we were still in New York City is the city of celebrities. We don't go crazy for celebrities because we are
the celebrities. We are the celebrities, and this is why when we go other places, I said this recently, I love it's a compliment when someone goes, you're not from here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not from here.
You know I'm not.
Exactly. And like you see it what it is, and it could be a chill day.
Yeah.
But there's just a natural chicness that a real New Yorker has, not a transplant, because y'all matcha magnets are getting on my nerves. Because first and foremost, wasn't nobody drinking matcha. The shit tastes like Central Park. And now all of a sudden you want to, I'm getting my matcha, I'm going to put in my cashmere sweater, and it's like, oh, it's so fashionable.
Wait, what does the matcha taste like?
It tastes like Central Park. Like, bitch, everybody know matcha tastes like Central Park. Let's be
I
very
don't
clear.
drink coffee. I'm not drinking anything that's that
Nah,
green.
I'm a coffee girl. No shade.
I don't drink. I've never drank coffee ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
I'm a tea drinker. My dad's British.
Come on, Elizabeth.
Yeah. So.
Yes. No.
That's my excuse for it. My dad's British.
Yes.
No coffee. We drink tea.
No, I drink coffee, and it's just so you know, if we traveling somewhere, we rent the house, please have some Bustelo, because if you come to me with that tea shit, all I need.
I'm gonna have my cilantro season on my little. Yeah, you have to.
Oh my gosh, but like. Those type of individuals have created this dynamic now where I'm just like, baby, you not from here.
Yeah.
Like at all.
And you can tell.
And you can tell because the real deal, how you know you're a New Yorker? Because we will wear some expensive shit and we be paying it because I want you to do something. I want you to.
When I tell you paying it,
I'll be
on the train, AirPods in, no one else exists. No one else exists.
Yes.
It's me on my E train and I'm going a few stops.
Exactly. So
and that's that.
That's that. And like no, don't get me wrong. We are now in an age where I say this, and as I'm coming back into the city after.
You gonna see the girl? Do you transfer at Newark Penn?
No, baby, I take
the
bus.
Oh, you take the bus. Okay, you take the bus.
I had to hold on here.
When I tell you that there is a bunch of girls that transfer from either the PATH train or another train coming from someplace, and like the hub is Newark Penn, and we all get on that train going to New York.
And it's the fashion girls.
Baby.
Survey.
And then, you know, we kind of give each other like a look. Yeah, I know, girl. And you work for one of the houses.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you there.
Yeah. We have it on the bus too.
Yeah.
It's that dynamic of like, once I get into the city and it's like, I'm pumping, and you do have to be more like safety first now because like people are cuckoo. Yeah. But do I feel unsafe in my stuff? No, I cannot wait to pull out my mink.
I never feel unsafe on the train. I could honestly say that I never feel unsafe on the train.
Not at all. Not at all. So I just say this: if you can't handle New York, then you need not be here.
Don't be here.
That's it. Because a $2,000 coat, baby, please, like, come on.
Now the girls is pumping in a $2,000 Louboutin on the train, and it's no shade. It's no shade.
Very much that. It's very much that.
Yeah, and when you on a commuter train, it's sort of different because we take the train a few stops or whatever, but the New Jersey Transit is lush.
Yeah. Stay there. Stay there, because y'all done raised my rent.
No, I can't even say it, because the LIRR is also lush. I took the LIRR to the Hamptons.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Just stay over there, because I'm tired of y'all New York girls coming over here. Y'all getting on my nerves.
Well, you know they're going to keep coming over here because everybody wants the American dream of buying a house. They say it's a dream, but owning a home is a nightmare. But a nightmare that I would not change for the world. No, it's sort of like wickedness, but I do get to come home to like peace and quiet, and like there's nobody else. Like, we are the noisemakers on the block, I can say, but only because we have barbecues. But why have a backyard if you're not going to barbecue?
Hello, like, now that is the American dream.
That is the American dream.
On.
The backyard and the barbecue. So here we are.
Absolutely.
But Jay, I don't know if we have anything else to talk about.
No, darling, we will eventually.
We have so much more to talk about.
We have so much to catch up on, but this was phenomenal. Thank you for allowing me to be your first guest.
Of course, I want you guys to come along with us, and the reason why I did that is because I've been sort of like a perfectionist and been pushing this off because I've been wanting it to be perfect. But in my mind, I kept telling myself, Neil, nothing is going to be perfect. No. You guys follow me for a reason. You've seen me at my worst. You've seen me at my best. And I want you to grow along with me with this Neil Christian thing. I don't know how long this is going to go or where this is going to go, but Oprah Winfrey started somewhere.
Hello?
She didn't start in the attic of her own home, but I had the opportunity and the luxury to do so. So,
baby, I'm ready for it.
Yeah! Okay. You get a call.
Now hold on, sis. Now hold on, girl.
But wait. Speaking of Oprah, before we go, we're going to wrap up in this, but my Oprah Winfrey story.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of meeting Oprah Winfrey not once, not twice, but 3 times.
That's phenomenal.
And I think this was one of the reasons why the women at Bergs of Goodman hated me, because Oprah Winfrey, one of the biggest celebrities in the world, came in the second time around and she mentioned, like, she saw me. And it wasn't even, I lied, it was 4 times. The first time, it was my birthday. I'm on the 3rd floor talking to Sandy, and Ricardo had told me that she was upstairs, so I went to go see if I could just get a glimpse. So I'm talking to Sandy, and she's like, yes, she's here. And as I'm talking to Sandy, I see Sandy freeze. And Sandy's like, she's right behind you. And I'm like, oh my God, no, she isn't. And I turn around, and as I turn around, we looked at each other, and she looked me dead in the eye, and she says, hi. She walks over to me, and I'm like, oh my God, Mrs. Winfrey, I am Neil. I am one of your biggest fans. You literally raised me. And she goes, oh my God, that's so sweet. Hugs me, and I was like, this is the best birthday gift ever. And she goes, and it's your birthday? And she starts to dance with me and all of these crazy things. And she's like, so we got to get a picture. And I was like, I don't know if I'm able to do that, but if you insist. She was like, no, we're taking a picture. Took the picture, and I literally went down to my office and I sobbed. But before I even got there, she's telling this other lady, she's like, it's that guy's birthday.
I love it.
And she's like, I hear her, and I turn around, and she's like dancing, Oprah Winfrey style. So best birthday ever. And I went in my office, and I sobbed. Because it was one of those things that, like, I've always wanted to meet Oprah Winfrey. So that was the first time. Second time was after the fire.
Yes.
So after we had the fire was in July. Beyonce's concert was at, I think, either the end of July or in August, was Renaissance.
Yes.
And my friend Whitney, shout out to Whitney, hi Whitney, got us a hotel room and was just like, I know you guys just need to get out. Just go and escape. Stay here. Got us a hotel room in, I think it was like the Empire. And we stayed there for the night. And JB wanted to go to Marnie that morning to get some shoes, the first slide. So we go down, Marnie's opening, we're the first ones there. And we're walking down Madison Avenue, and my friend Crystal Green is walking up towards me. And she's smiling, and she was like, I was just getting ready to text you because Oprah Winfrey's coming up behind me. And mind you, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Madison Avenue is empty.
Yes.
And it's in the summertime, so everyone's in their summer homes. And I'm walking down, and she stops. And I'm with JB, and I was just like, she's like, I know you. And I said, yes, Mrs. Oprah, we met. And I was telling my husband that I met you, and he didn't believe me, and he's here. And she hugged me again, security's there, and everyone's in the stores looking out at, I'm having a conversation with Oprah Winfrey. She hugs JB, and I was like, are you going to see Beyonce later? She's like, yes, I'm going. So we went.
That's the day I met her too.
We went to Renaissance,
Yes.
And we're sitting down, and who walks behind us? Oprah Winfrey. So that was the third time. Then the fourth and final time that I saw her was, it was the anniversary, or it was like to the date of my birthday.
Yes.
So they told me she was coming, and I'm just like, okay, if she comes, whatever. I didn't even stay around to stay. I'm coming down the steps, and I sit in the Chanel shop, and she's coming in the 57th Street entrance, and she with her assistant and Gail. And she looks over, and she goes, isn't it your birthday?
Wow.
In front of the director. And mind you, I got a warning from the director who came to me and was like, Oprah's coming in today, no pictures. And I was just like, FYI, I didn't ask her for the picture. She told me that we were taking the picture. And she's a client, and I cannot do what a client says.
Absolutely.
It's a client experience, right?
Absolutely.
So Oprah Winfrey comes in, her whole entourage and everything, and she stops right in front of the Chanel shop, and she goes, hi, friend. It's your birthday, isn't it? Happy birthday.
That's
Bitch, when I told you, all of their faces dropped, and I'm just like screaming inside. Because I'm like, you got all of them, and then there's me.
Yes.
And if you know, you know.
You know.
And she goes, hi, friend. It's your birthday, isn't it? Happy birthday.
That is
And I said,
fab.
thank you, Miss Winfrey.
That is fab.
And so from then on, me and Oprah are best friends. So no one can tell me anything otherwise. She remembered my name, and she remembered my birthday.
That's it, and that's all.
How many of y'all can say that? Right. On that note, cheers to the pilot of the Neil Christian Show and Cocktails and Conversation as a segment. Boom.
And to that,
What's the guy say, Lou Scott Louis? To us.
To us. Amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That was a good one.
That was phenomenal.
Oh my God.